guys, welcome back to Yeah the Girls, the final edition of this season. Feeling a bit sad about it, but we've got a big episode this week. We've got lots to talk about. We've had some exciting milestones on the weekend, some retirement announcements, lots of exciting things coming into our celebration season as well. So we'll touch on all of that sort of stuff. We'll check in with our MVQ and where that's sitting, and a little bit about BnF, which is coming up next weekend. Yes. But first, girls, what hit your Twitch this week? So much to talk about.
Lots to talk about. I could have had about 20 Twitches this week. I've got to turn myself into positive mindset. I've been irritated by the school traffic this morning. So true. Back into what hit my Twitch this week. I've got two. First one is I obviously played my 50 games on the weekend, and there's something about milestones in your career and your life that really show you the appreciation that the people closest to you have for you. And, you know, you guys made it so special. My parents, my family, Tom, got me beautiful bouquet of flowers, and my friends left an engagement party to come and watch my 50th game as well. So it was really special just having them all there and feeling the love, which was really lovely.
I just want to quickly touch on that, Gunj. I just love the pre-game when we're warming up, and they obviously got the red carpet laid out for them on the side watching us warm up. And every time I was taking a kick, I reckon I heard Tom or someone of the Croatian family yell out, and I was just like, I love this.
Yeah, it was actually quite nice having them warm up. I feel like it was the best warm up I ever did. Yeah. I was trying to prove something. And then obviously we had our celebrations on the weekend and got to celebrate, you know, all our retirees, and it was just a lovely time. I'm sure you guys will talk about it too, but a few drinks together, a few laughs, and bit of dancing too, so it was lovely. Yeah.
How good. What about you, G?
Me, I'd probably have to go with the retirees cheering off Darbs, Meg and Scotty. I thought it was just epic that, you know, we were playing Melbourne, so Jackie had said she'd messaged Paxi earlier in the week, so to see Jackie and Paxi carrying off Scotty was just like, I actually have tingles right now just thinking about it, but that was really special, and to carry Meg off was something that I will absolutely never forget.
I'm jumping on the back of that, G, because that was my Twitch as well. And it was actually kind of a weird feeling because I was like, I've never really been a part of or seen like a chair off besides on TV and all that sort of stuff.
We had
and
Renee, but that was...
Oh, yes, of course,
but
yes.
Realistically, not three. We've never had three.
And it wasn't at home.
Yeah.
We
I was
were
going to say, was that
away
in
Brisbane?
Yes,
whereas it was like home crowd.
Yes, agreed. And it was sort of just like, wow, this is a really... It felt really like in the present, you know, felt really connected, and it was a lovely, lovely little send off.
And even the way that everyone like hung around, like again, credit to Melbourne, they hung around for that whole period of time, even afterwards. And, you know, it was special because a few of them had played at Darebin with Meg and, you know, just know of the girls because they've been in the competition for so long. So that was really special, but it was just a moment where I think no one was in a rush. Everyone just stopped in time and were absolutely soaking it up. So special. But Becky, I do want to shout out when we turned up to Croc's house after a beautiful lunch, and there were these epic... You've told me they're called doof sticks. I actually didn't know what they were. Of our three retirees, and it was Meg had a captain's hat on with an AA around her neck. Darbs had her iconic mummy wrapped silly Sunday look from last year, was it, or the year before?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Epic. With like a baby's bottle, beautiful mama that she is.
Milk.
And then Scotty was on the back of a cow.
That was my favourite.
What was it? The purple.
Her purple chips.
Her dad's purple chips.
Anyway, it was just epic and iconic, and that also hit my Twitch. Also with like lights and feather boa and like around it. It was so beautiful.
You should go into business with doof sticking.
Oh God, I reckon it took me 2 days, or probably 3, to do all that, and I don't want to see another doof stick anymore.
I hope it's still. Did the girls get to take them home?
They're still like
they're Crocs.
I still haven't gone back to Crocs to pick up
oh my gosh.
NFC and all those things. So, no, it was really nice to just celebrate, of course, girls. We had an amazing game, as we talked about. It was great to be back at GMHBA for our last home game, celebrating Claudia's 50th game. How did you find the game, Dull? And obviously you touched on that sort of special feeling having all your friends and family there. But, you had a big role actually on the day as well.
Role.
So shout out to you, babe.
Same as every week, but goodness me, you were given a massive role.
Yeah, I think it was probably the toughest game that I've had to play on the weekend, and it kind of felt all a bit surreal, like obviously with everything going on as well. I feel like we finished the game and I was like, what just happened? Sort of thing.
Totally.
But yeah, I found it pretty tough out there. Melbourne, you know, they were they're so accurate out of a contest. Shout out to Hanks as well. Like she's just incredible at the accuracy of her kick, and I just felt like their forwards had so much space, and they were just able to hit them, and so it was tough. It was tough being a defender, as you guys know. They were very solid, but overall, I think we put up like such a great fight throughout the whole thing. And were we even sort of at one point half time or something? I can't even remember.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think even up to our 3/4 time, like we were within
a goal or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It never felt out of our reach or like out of control, if that makes sense. I feel like it was very much a game of we would get a bit of momentum, then they would get a bit of momentum, and like it kept going throughout the game, which was really pleasing to sort of finish off the season, as much as we didn't get the win, to play our sort of brand of football, and everyone sort of just stood up to the occasion. And I guess they can come off the back of a bit of freedom, knowing that there's nothing to lose. You're playing for some really important people. So it sort of just it alleviates a lot of that sort of stress of needing to get the 4 points.
Oh, completely agree. And when they, I think it might have been Zanka potentially at the end of the game, they interviewed her, and she was just saying how for them it was a great setup for their finals, and sort of hearing that I you know, we all felt it, but it was that moment of, you know what, it didn't quite go away this year, but gosh, we've got it in us. We absolutely do, and we can take it to the top teams. And for them to feel like it was a finals-like game, I felt the same, and it just gives real optimism leading into next season and what we can do. But I completely agree, Becky. It was, the shackles were off. I even loved, I think it was going into the fourth, and Gunj, I know you were given the go of just, you know what? You've played your role bloody hard. Now get up in the game. Let's see what we can, you know, create off the back of it.
It was good. I loved watching you get up there, Del.
Becky, can't go past you though.
I was just going to say.
Running carry and the way you broke lines and really pressed up into the game. And obviously we've spoken about it a bit over the last couple of weeks, being like, we have got your back, girl. Get up in the game. We've got you. I loved seeing that from you, because that's you at your best.
Yep. And I think you had a really good link up with Prez a few times too, and she was just awesome through the middle again. Yeah. You know, I think did she finish third in the coaches awards for the year?
Yeah, she did.
Like, she's had a phenomenal year, and again, she just proved that on the weekend against some of the best midfielders in the comp. So I just thought she was fantastic again.
Yeah, another amazing player on the weekend, Bowie. I thought she had a great game, and I think she left a couple of goals out there as well, which is kind of scary to think. I think she had 30 and 8 tackles. So she's been an absolute phenomenon player this season, and very consistent. And it was lucky enough that we had her on this year and had a really good chat about that run into the preseason, and her just feeling herself in a way, you know, which always just brings that light. But we can't go across those two plus Ashling getting in the All-Australian squad.
So
awesome result for those girls, and I'm excited to see the final team, because it's such an amazing achievement to make the squad, let alone the team. So I'm excited to see where those guys end up.
Oh, absolutely.
I actually really loved seeing Bowie get in that squad this year, purely like I feel like she plays such a high pressure game in that forward line, and you know, for once it's not just about like kicking goals. It's literally like, I'm pretty sure she was top 3 or 5 for tackles for the year, and like just solid
also
pressure
goal
work.
Assists as well, which can be often that, you know, well, whether it's unrewarded, when you look at a forward and you're thinking you're there to kick goals, but a lot of those small forward roles, it is bringing in your goal assists, you're shepherding, you're blocking for the mids coming through. So there's so many parts to that game that, as you're saying, Gunj, is nice to get recognised as well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was awesome.
I just want to touch on, before we move on from the game, I don't know if you guys remember, it was really cool to see over on, I think it was on this wing closest to the crowd, and it was a moment where ball came up, Darbs and Meg. Do you remember that passage where both of them?
Yes.
I feel like it was maybe spoiled by Darbs or something. Meg cleaned it up, handballed it to Darbs, might have got to someone else, got back to Meg. And I just remember, I felt like I had a lot of sentimental moments during the game, and I thought, am I actually in the zone right now? But I thought, this is epic.
I loved how the crowd was getting around it too, because they were like right there, and it was just like the uproar of, come on, girls. And it was like so good. I love that you brought that up.
Speaking of sentimental moments, G, I know you touched on this, and I felt the same, but we were both pretty much in tears when Meg went deep for the last time in the goal square. And
I've just got like chills again.
I know, same. We turn around and we're like, she'd be like, let's go, G, let's go, Gunj, let's go, Becky. And I was just like, I'm never going to hear this again.
Honestly, and standing there, she's the last line, and all you're saying is every single one of your teammates who you've played all your career with, they're in front of you. You've got like literally a picture moment, everyone out there, the crowd, your home crowd on the left-hand side, like that is just a mental image that you will never forget.
No, never.
I think about 2 seconds before that, I'm yelling at her and Jackie trying to like get them to swap.
Oh my God.
I was like, Meg, go forward for the last 10, 30 seconds. And she was she's like, Becky, it's 666. But I was like, I mean, like now. Like,
I loved that from you. Like, let's make the switch happen.
Anyways,
it was awesome.
It was good. It was great to celebrate. And you know, an amazing year for a lot of individuals. I know we haven't really spoken too much of Darbs, but you know, she's been such an instrumental part of Geelong Football Club, Geelong VFLW as well, and she's obviously the mum of all of us in a way. She's one of our greatest friends, but she's always just been someone to look upon and go to for anything and everything. And she's always got her arm around everyone. And she's also up for an amazing award at AFLW Awards as well with that community. I just want to get this right.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to be an awesome couple of weeks for her celebrating with everyone. And it's always lovely to see her do that stuff.
Don't want to go past Becky. And I want to jump in. Sorry, I'm really bad at this because I get an idea and then I'm like, but you also achieved a really awesome milestone on the weekend.
Absolutely.
You are now the leading.
Forgot about this.
Let me get this right. You said it right before.
Leading games holder.
There we go.
For the Cats.
Which is super awesome achievement. And to think that you're already sitting there and how many more games you've got in your career is just unbelievable.
And like you're only 25. Like
what the heck?
What?
I feel like a veteran. I reckon I had a few messages being like, "Nice one, veteran," and I was just like, "Oh goodness me!"
You are a veteran.
No, it was pretty cool. Gunj actually did tell me during the week, but it just went over my head.
You had no idea what I was talking about.
What are you talking about? Like Meg is legit playing on the weekend. She's playing 76 games. But anyways, no,
that's
a great,
so exciting and awesome achievement,
and
Becky.
hopefully it just keeps going up.
Thanks, girls. All right, let's have a quick break. Thanks to Gatorade, and we'll be back. Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with zero sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the Twitch? Available in cool blue, grape, and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks to Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We are going to get straight into our MVQ this week. Now, as we said last week, we are announcing the winner at our best and fairest night. So we are not going to go into our total leaderboard this week, but we will crown our Queen of the Week. So let's get into our votes straight away, girls. I'll kick us off with our first vote this week. He's actually my fellow friend sitting right next to me, Becky Webb. As we touched on, I just thought your running carry this week was awesome, but in particular, one moment I was actually sitting on the bench for it was boundary side on the and like on our bench side, and it was the link up between you and Prez, and I think you had like 2 or 3 handballs, run, carry, and just so composed the entire time. I think there was one time as well, sort of similar side, and I thought you were going to get like holding the ball, but somehow you just never do, and you just are so composed, and you just weasel your way through like a silky little scarf. It was beautiful to watch.
An Hermes scarf?
Yeah.
I like it.
So one vote to you, Bex.
I love it. My one vote this week actually goes to Prezi. A moment in the middle when she did an elite tackle. I think it's the best tackle I've ever seen. I was actually on the bench and I feel like I could hear it. Yep. I think it was on McNamara.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she tackles well all game and every week, but I just was like, that's the moment for me.
Love that. I also had Prez, same moment, but I also wanted to shout out it was a forward 50 stoppage, balls bubbled out, and she's just laid a massive block on one of their players, opened up Bowie for an epic snap that went through the goals. So she literally cleared her whole path. So well done, Prezi.
Awesome, Prez. Well, leading into that then, my 2 votes this week was Prez, obviously for all the things, all the reasons you guys said, but also just her ability to get the ball forward this week in an important game that we just need to lock it in our forward 50 and put some score on the board and scoreboard pressure. So for her to get it forward against some really top mids, I thought it was awesome. So 2 votes, Prezi.
Well done, Prezi. My 2 votes this week actually goes to Meg Mac. She had a couple of really great moments throughout the game, but this one in particular was in the dying sort of seconds of the game. So composed in the back line. She's shaped out to kick. Paxy's pressing in hard. Just sidesteps her, kicks it out, and I was just like, that is elite, Meg. And it was just like Paxi is such a good little quick tackler too. And I was just like, you made that look easy.
I was actually behind her because I was wrapping for the handball receive and she balked me, stepped Paxi, and I just went... I'd love to get the behind the goals vision because I just turned, stood and I started clapping.
That's so funny.
I love what I'm seeing right now.
That is hilarious.
I loved it. Well done, Meg.
I nearly had it the other way around, but I've just switched it. I ended up going 2 for Bowie this week. And the moment that I really remember was there was a forward 50 tackle and that's, I think it was for a second, maybe shot on goal.
Yes.
But she just nailed... Her tackles are like, you're not getting out for someone of her size. I actually don't understand.
So good.
I really don't.
Neither.
And that was a moment where I just thought, yes. And especially because she hasn't, for what she'd like to do, hit the scoreboard as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So I just had this, this feeling of like, I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Here you go. This is the reward for how much of that pressure stuff you've done across the whole season.
Oh, awesome, Bowie. All right, 3 votes. My 3 votes this week's actually Nina. I just thought some of her goals, her goal finishing was unbelievable.
Great shout.
And kept us in the bloody game. I thought she was awesome on the weekend as well. Yeah. And even her work through the middle, through the contest was, next to none.
That's a great shout, Gunj. And I think throughout the season, Nina's been really good at hitting the scoreboard this year.
Very much so.
And it sometimes just goes under wraps a little bit. And I'm just like, let's get around her more often. But good on your Nines for that. Yep. My 3 votes this week actually goes to Gigi. Oh, you had a really big moment actually in the middle of the ground. It seemed like Melbourne were out and you just managed to able to lay that tackle and really stop the game and reset. And I was like, that is elite. And you've done that multiple times this year.
Thanks,
so
Ruby.
Well done, Dale. You're my
job,
3.
Gigi.
Thank you. My 3 is Meggie Girl. And obviously, Becky, you mentioned the one, in D50. But there was actually one earlier in the game out sort of at the top of our 50 on the wing there. And I swear... time stopped and stood still and everyone else, all the players, I don't know, she just weaved her way through. One of them even further up the ground, someone ran into her and they rebounded. And she just had all the time in the world, her footwork, and then just fed a beautiful handball out. Like just to see the pure experience and confidence of being like, you can hang off me. I'm okay. I'm going to execute. So there was just a couple of really pivotal moments that I thought, holy shit, look at Meg.
Love that.
I think, as you said before, Becky, you said it perfectly, like playing with freedom. And I think Meg's been able to do that the last 2 games. And really, it's just been awesome to watch. So
I just see them have these games like this and I'm like, why are you going?
Literally, you're not done. What is it?
Rachel
Rachel all week was saying to Dubs, you're not done yet. You're not done yet.
It's like an action movie quote.
It was hilarious.
All right, well, that wraps up our MVQ this week. So I reckon we're going to have a really close leaderboard at the end of the week.
We don't even actually know because they haven't given us a leaderboard. I don't remember.
I do want to go through our Queen of the Week this week and crown her. So I will give a shout out for runner-up was Prezi this week on the 4 votes. Well done, Prezi. But our leader, who I'm pretty sure, did she not win last week, was Meg.
Oh, great.
So...
She'll be up there.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
So I'm very excited to see what everyone's going to think we're biased, aren't they?
Look at all of us just then. She'll be up there.
Sounded like bloody Donald Duck or whatever it is. Goofy. So well done, Maggie. 2 weeks in a row is pretty awesome. So
well done, Dole.
Solid.
So stay tuned because it will be at the BnF.
Yes.
And the tickets are on sale. So we will be doing a live little segment there where we will crown our winner. So if you want to find out who it is, stay tuned on the socials, come along to the BnF, jump on. Is there a live stream? Don't know. But just make sure you're tuning in and get along because who doesn't want to be there in person?
Hopefully we're up first because if I have too many shampuses, that'll be embarrassing.
The words will be flowing, girls.
Fast Twitch energy drink is from the makers of Gatorade, developed with over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes to help you physically start fast and focus the mind to get you workout ready. Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
Touching on BnF, ladies, exciting times. We love getting dressed up, us three in particular. So
Isn't it so nice?
Isn't it great?
Because we don't get to do it all year, so it's just
I
lovely.
know.
Yep.
It's nice to just like get your makeup done, get your hair done. It's obviously next Saturday, and I reckon we got told maybe a week ago. So if anyone in the realm that's listening, that's maybe a female or a male that likes to get dressed up, you know how hard it is to get in
Everything
your hair
organised.
and your makeup on a Saturday afternoon.
Let alone the time of year where everyone's got Christmas parties,
Yes.
engagements,
Absolutely.
weddings, not a single makeup artist available in Geelong. So
Because I've literally, I emailed the one who, my makeup artist who I go to every year, and she's like, I have 2 weddings that day, but I think I might be able to squeeze. I'm like,
my God,
please,
that's
please
so
squeeze
nice.
me in.
That is
I'm
amazing.
doing my own. So makeup by Gunjaka.
Yes.
Come see me.
I think I'll do the same, Gunji, but I was lucky enough to book in to get my hair done. So
that's
I'm
lovely.
looking forward to that, and it's always nice.
Yes.
Who are we excited to see get dressed up this year? I'm super excited to see a few girlies rocking the dresses,
I
rocking the
reckon
suit.
Killer's
Killer.
gonna
I was
come
gonna
in
say.
looking like a queen.
Yes.
She actually got her hair done in the lead up to round
Yeah.
1, and it was a nice like blondie shortcut, and
She
I was
got
like,
it done before the last game
real.
too.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah, yeah,
unreal.
yeah.
She did show me what she was wearing, and it's pretty cute.
Oh.
So, also
wait.
Lexi, very
Yes.
excited to
Yes.
see that
That's a
girl
great
get dressed
shout.
up. I reckon I saw a photo of her. Was it her grad or something?
Yes.
Yes.
And she looked phenom. So keen to see her, and obviously just everyone though.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
I love it.
I'm really excited to see Bowie.
Yes, she
I-
always looks good.
She's been like talking to me about the dresses and what she's going to get done, and I was like, don't show me. I want it to be a surprise because I just love when she brings that feminine energy
I
about
know.
her.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So looking forward to that. Girlies, now who do we think is going to poll well in the BnF?
Oh,
Wow.
you can't go past Prezi.
Yes, you absolutely can't. I don't. Yeah.
She's had a very consistent year, and I think I tell her every preseason what a bloody jet she is. And I told her this year, I'm like, you're the best player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are the best player in the AFLW. I don't care about the awards, blah, blah, blah. You are.
Yep.
And for her to have the consistent season that she had, I'm just really excited for her postseason.
Oh, completely. She also brought so much, like, which is maybe not the part that, whether it's at the W Awards or those, external might not be able to see, but her leadership grew this year. You heard
Yes.
more of her voice, the way she connected in with the group, and also brought some of those young ones along with her. She would
Yep.
be out pre every training, or at least one of the sessions a week, setting up some skills and drills or tackle bags, and she had 4 to 5 takers every single week. So she drove more than just what she was putting there out there on the field. She's just grown, honestly, and to think she's, what is she, 21?
Yep.
Yeah,
21?
wow, 22.
She's
22.
22, grown so much over the last 12 months, and she's
Yes.
still so young. So there's so much still in her.
Well, speaking of 22, she's been 22 under 22 5 times in a row, which is
Really?
every single year that you
Good,
can
look
be.
at you coming in hot with the
22 under
stats
22.
today.
I'm stat
I'm
girl.
pretty sure the voting is still open, so make sure you vote for her and vote for her for captain as well, because I think she led it last year as well. So
Yes.
Yep.
go Prezi girl.
Go Prez.
Now, what about Smokies for the BnF?
My smoky, and I've sort of been saying it all year, is Jackie Parry.
That's a great
I think
shout.
she's had a
Yes.
phenomenal year. Her marking this year, contested marking, has been awesome. Whilst she may not get all the scores that she wants on the scoreboard, I think she so many goal assists. She's a smart player, and I just think she's been awesome for our team this year. So
She's so underrated
Yeah.
when I think across, respectfully looking at,
Yes.
I mean, there's so many players you can be like, oh, the All-Australian squad, they should have been in there. But in terms of, her as a tall forward, her marking is phenomenal, and her
Yes.
body work.
yep.
I just couldn't believe it.
She plays quite a tricky role up higher up the ground too.
Absolutely.
Yes,
so
totally.
it's difficult to get scores on the scoreboard in that position, but she does some crucial shit, for us.
No,
So
I agree.
Yeah,
I
she's
agree.
my smoky.
Yeah, you look at the likes of an Aisling and stuff, and she's able to do what she does because of Jackie.
Yes,
Yes.
So-
absolutely.
I've got a couple of Smokies. I'm
love
going to
this.
shout out Bowie because I definitely think she's going to poll really well, and I reckon she might even give Prez a little run for her money this
Yep.
year. So I'm excited to see where she lands, but I'm also really excited to see where you two both land in the BnF this year because I think you guys have had some of your best seasons to date, and we have been pumped in the back line a little bit this year, so I'm excited to see hopefully you guys getting recognised for all your hard work down in defence. So can't wait to see where you guys end up.
Lovely. I definitely had Bowie up there as well of seeing where she'll sort of get to. We've touched on it. We've had her in. She's just had a phenomenal season, but I think Jackie was my other one as well that I'm like, she should poll really, really well. So I think it'll be tight, which is that is just so exciting.
Nice.
Not only just to see it on the night, but to think of then the depth of across the board of our team and our group, to think that at any second someone else could be stepping up and having their best game or a really crucial influence over the group. So I
actually did want to shout out one though, and I believe if she didn't get injured,
Croc,
oh,
girl,
great.
you read my mind.
Would be absolutely up there. Unfortunately, she got injured a couple times, which probably in our short season doesn't help. But I just think regardless, she's had a phenomenal year and back-to-back years. So shout out to our Crocky girl, I think.
Well done, doll. Alrighty, guys, for one last time, thank you for joining us on the Girls for this season. Obviously, get your BnF tickets if you haven't already, or tune in to the live stream if there is one. If not, there will be a social post of our Queen MVQ for season. What season are we up to? 10. So exciting.
Yeah, 10th anniversary of the AFLW. Come
on. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant of the podcast.
No.
Anyways, thanks for joining me as always, girlies. It's been a pleasure. And thanks for all the listeners for always tuning in each week. And thank you for Gatorade for all their support throughout the season.
What a year. Thanks everyone.
Guys.
See ya.